Good Sunday morning and welcome back at 7:30. I'm Maddie Kurth. I want to get you straight over to meteorologist Hannah Gard. She has a first alert this morning. We're tracking a lot from potentially severe storms to an Arctic blast. Hannah, pick it up from there.
Yeah, we have huge changes coming through the weekend. Like Maddie mentioned, the first thing that we have to watch for is the storm chance, which is on the southern side of this big winter storm system that we're seeing impact the eastern U.S. today and tomorrow. And then that moves up the east coast through the start of next week. Behind that system, we're going to see Arctic cold moving in. This is going to mean dangerous wind chills and then a pipe freeze for the entire area. But we'll start with what we see over the next 24 to 36 hours, where you have this ice chance for northern Louisiana and northern Mississippi. We are in the rain. What we have to worry about is storm risk as we go into this evening and then again tomorrow. The ice really looks like it stays to our northwest. Now, it might be a close call for some areas like northern Tangipahoa and Washington Parish, but even if you got some freezing rain right on the tail end, I don't think we would really see travel or major impacts from that. The ground temperatures are pretty warm and that cold air doesn't really move in time. So it's northern Louisiana that sees this significant ice storm. For us, it's mostly just liquid. But if you have travel plans within the region, do not try to travel today or tomorrow or potentially even Monday, because the impacts from this could stick around as that Arctic cold moves in. Any accumulated ice or snow that you see is going to linger for a while. Multiple hubs for the airports are going to be impacted. Dallas, Atlanta, Charlotte. If you have flights planned, I would plan on seeing impacts there as well. Then that Arctic cold moves in. We're going to be watching for multiple freezing mornings. That's pipe busting freeze that's going to come in. We're talking teens and 20s. But we have widespread winter weather alerts. You can just see how far reaching this system's impacts are, from Texas up through the northeastern U.S. in that winter storm warning. Here's the ice storm warning for northern Louisiana and Mississippi, also parts of Georgia and South Carolina. We're in this dark blue, which is an extreme cold watch. That's for the dangerous wind chills and temperatures Monday and Tuesday morning. And then you can see that winter storm watch. You might have got a notification on your phone in northern Tangipahoa or Washington Parish for that. Again, I think it's unlikely that you see really any impacts from winter weather there, but they've highlighted it just in case it's right on the tail end of that line of rain that's going to move through. Let's look at what's happening right now. We have a stationary boundary that's moving rain along it right now. We have a surface low over here near Houston, and then you can see the northern part of the system with widespread snow up to the north, and then there's that transition period between rain and snow where you're getting icing. You have freezing rain and sleet. Up to the north, though, it's -25 in Duluth. This is an incredibly cold air mass that's pushing down to the south. It's 7 degrees in Oklahoma City. That's what we have heading our way. So playing out the radar, you're going to see some storms collecting down to the southwest through the late morning hours, but we're mostly dry. We'll see some scattered showers through the morning, but if you're looking for a time to protect the pipes, I would do it in the late morning hours before lunchtime. Here comes that big batch of freezing rain up there for northern Louisiana. You can see how much moisture there is to work with. That's going to be significant ice accumulations with roadways pretty much impassable. They'll likely see power grids going down up there as well. We're lucky that we're not getting into that, but we do have to watch for the storms. So you see that big batch of storms that moves into our area. By 2 o'clock, you're getting into the rain on the North Shore, and we have to watch for lightning, gusty winds, and then mainly the heavy rain threat. Look at the dark red colors in there. We could have high rain rates with this batch of rain moving through. 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, we're still seeing some lingering rain, and then lingering showers by 9. It starts to clear out later this evening. Then here comes the second round. This is with the Arctic front. So you're going to see some rain. The storms are behind the front, and then mixed in here you see the pink. But look at the edge of our area. It just doesn't really make it that far to the east because we're in the warm sector of this system, so you don't have cold enough temperatures. But we could see heavy rain at times. Again, tomorrow morning, still seeing lingering cold, light rain behind the front until about the afternoon. Then we're clearing up. We still have cloud cover, but we'll see the freezing cold air starting to push in. Looking at the rain potential, you can see a big streak of 2 to 3 inches of rain possible there, maybe even up to 4 inches through this afternoon into the evening. That's where we're watching for that flood threat, and it might not be in this exact location. It could be farther to the south, which would be an issue for the Metro and Slidell, or we could see problems for places like Hammond and Covington. Then tomorrow, we get 2 to 3 inches again with that next round of rain. So watching for the flood threat. Tomorrow morning, the winds start to kick in from the north. We could get 35 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts, which combined with that Arctic air is going to feel like 20s and 30s across the area. By Monday morning, it's single digits and teens for the wind chill. That is dangerous cold, and our actual temperatures are in the 20s widespread. Tuesday, we get down to the teens and 20s. That is a pipe freeze likely for both days. With that, we need to protect our pipes, but also make sure your vulnerable plants are indoors, your pets have a warm and safe place to stay, and then check on your neighbors. This is dangerous cold as we head into the start of the week. Highs only getting to 39 Monday, will be 44 on Tuesday. We see a little climb to the 50s before another front, but that could keep us where our lows on the North Shore especially could see frost each morning, even into the end of the week. We're just not going to warm up. We're caught in this colder pattern. But those days that we're really highlighting, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, that's the dangerous cold. Today, we're tracking those storms. We'll keep an eye on the radar for you as we go throughout the rest of the weekend. Maddie.
All righty. Thank you, Hannah.